We come to the second part of our module 4, which is pole zero plot. Any network has got many system functions called f of s, which can be either the impedance function z of s or the admittance function y of s, and likewise. So imagine we can represent in general as f of s. So that is given by h, where h is called as a scale factor, which is a number, and it will be a function of s. So it will have a numerator polynomial and a denominator polynomial, which is broken down into its roots, like you can see over here. So the roots of the numerator polynomial are called as zeros, which is represented by z1, z2, z3, etc. up till zn. And the roots of the denominator polynomial is called poles, which is represented by p1, p2, p3, etc. Imagine if this is the S-plane. The S-plane consists of two axes, sigma and j omega. So if we plot these roots on this plane, the zeros are represented by circles and the poles are represented by crosses. So this is just a sample pole zero plot. So we'll try to plot this, obtain the pole zero plot for this function, that is s into s plus 2 by s plus 1 into s plus 3. So you can see here that this is the S-plane and it has got sigma and j omega as the axis, and our function given in the question has two poles, that is -1 and -3. So we'll mark them by crosses, and also we have got two zeros, that is 0 and -2. So they will be marked by circles. So this is called as a pole zero plot. Next, this is a type of question that you can expect for the exam. Determine the poles and zeros of the impedance function z of s of this given network. So first of all, we have to find out what is z of s, and then from z of s we have to plot the pole zero plot. So this has to be first of all transformed into the S domain. So this is the S domain, 1 by Cs for a capacitor, and the resistance value will remain the same, that is 1 by 2 and 1 by 6. These two are in parallel. So this is how you calculate the impedance value of parallel resistances, and then 1 by 2 is in series with this whole network. So you have to add that, and finally we'll get the final impedance like this. You just have to simplify it. Now in order to do the pole zero plot, S should not have any coefficients with it. So here this 2 has to be removed. So take 2 commonly outside. So it will become 0.5 on the numerator, and this 3 will become 1.5. Now we can do the pole zero plot of this. So draw the sigma j omega axis, and then the 0 will be s equal to -2, which is marked by a circle, and pole will be s equal to -1.5, which is marked by a cross. So this is an example of a pole zero plot from the diagram.